Are real estate agents becoming obsolete? Donna Kopecki says, the problem with the real estate industry is people who think the job of a real estate agent is an easy one. And I'm not just talking about people who try to sell without using an agent. The math is pretty simple. People see how much commission an agent can make, not realizing all the fees an agent pays, on top of what their broker gets, and they think, hey, this is easy money. It's not, and that's why 50% of realtors will no longer be in the industry a year after they get their license. That means a whole lot of terrible agents are out there, fumbling through their day, making mistakes that could cost your deal, until they decide it's not for them and move on. A good agent is irreplaceable. It's not about getting a house in contract, anyone can do that. The hard part is keeping the contract valid and actually closing. No deal is ever easy, and if it is, that's the exception to the rule. If it can go wrong, it will. It's the agent's job to make all those roadblocks disappear without their client even knowing they existed. They'll walk their client through the buying, selling process and really explain what's happening, because most people are clueless. They'll advocate for their client. They'll be answering calls, emails, texts at all hours of the day. They handle the most difficult people in the world, and they do it with a smile on their face. Their job isn't so much to find the perfect house in the perfect neighborhood, as it is to navigate you through the complex and frustrating process. I'm a licensed agent, and I would gladly hire another agent to list my home, and that happens far more often than you'd think. Because I can then set my emotions aside and let someone else handle the nitty-gritty while I focus on other things. A good agent is worth every penny, but the industry doesn't make it easy to succeed. People don't become an agent with a year's worth of expenses saved in the bank to cover costs while they're starting out. Real estate classes will teach you the legalities of the profession, but not the how. A broker will give you a desk and a phone, and it's completely up to the agent to build their own business from nothing. That's not an easy task. If only serious, thoughtful agents were in the business, people wouldn't be asking if hiring an agent was worth the money, or if the industry was becoming obsolete. Shane Barron says, we sold our last house without an agent. It took us 2 months to sell. The buyer used a broker and we paid his 2% fee. We listed it on Zillow and Craigslist only. I'm selling our current home FSBO. I put it up on the MLS with a flat fee broker. They forward any incoming leads to you. During the month on the MLS we received 2 offers and both fell apart. One couple had their loan denied and the other fell ill. I ran into a few issues with Zillow, but this is how our buyer found us. 1. Agents can pay to have their profile appear on your listing's contact form. Their box will be automatically checked and most people will contact them by accident. 2. Some agents will lie and say the home is no longer available. They'll try to sell you a different home. I found this out by calling my own listing. 3. Some agents will not show your house if you have it listed FSBO. Why? They're worried more people will do this and they'll lose business. They think you'll be difficult. They worry about getting paid. They assume you won't pay their fee. They assume you have no idea what selling a house entails. I could go on. Tips: use a title company to handle the entire transaction. We used a real estate attorney and found it was best to just use a great title company. It might take longer to sell by yourself. Try to be patient. Don't let agents bully you into thinking you can't or shouldn't sell your own home. Research. Look at what comparable homes sold for. Price it at market value or just under. Hope this helps. Joseph Bogo says, reading many of the answers, I agree with some, but find others to be highly influenced by opinionated caca. Remember that, while the field is easy to enter, it is also easy to exit, and many of the unworthy, unprepared do so in their first 2 years. When somebody tells me they are getting into the field, because I love people and I love houses, look for their early exit. I point out to them the advantages of 2 years' worth of paychecks from selling shoes. No budget-starving real estate expenses, for only one. While trying to earn a commission, it's the ones who choose to constantly learn and work the field as their career who will do a complete job for you. The 6 weeks is only for licensure, not to prepare for the career. The learning and work are just beginning. It can include months of part-time classwork, and even learning under a mentor to get through the first transaction or 2. Thanks for watching our video on Are Real Estate Agents Becoming Obsolete?